What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check updates, the two new upcoming packages. Part one, the physical infrastructure package, which is $1.2 trillion, which they just voted on the first part of it yesterday, and it passed in the Senate. And part two, the stimulus package, the next stimulus package, known as the American Families Plan, which has already been announced at $3.5 trillion, which will be the largest stimulus package yet by a long shot. The third stimulus check package was only $1.9 trillion. This will be $3.5 trillion. There will be some negotiations. It might be a little bit less or anywhere around there, but it has been announced at $3.5 trillion. Although things are changing by the minute. In fact, former President Donald Trump is telling the Republicans to vote no on the bill that was passed by the Senate. Remember, that's just the first part of the bill. I'm going to give you the latest details on that in this video. Former President Donald Trump is telling the Senate Republicans to not vote yes on the rest of the bill for the Part 1 physical infrastructure package. Yeah, he's telling the Republicans to stop the bill, not continue to vote yes on this. So, yeah, I'm going to give you the latest details on that. We also have two major announcements by President Biden in this video. Yeah, things are getting crazy. We're down to the wire. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he wants to pass both of these packages in the Senate here within the next few days. So, yeah, now is the time. The Senate is literally scrambling. They're negotiating right now on both of these packages, and they're literally passing them right now. So I'm going to give you the latest details. Let's jump right in. If you haven't subscribed yet, by all means, subscribe down below and click the bell icon to all notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. Remember, new videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss any videos at this point because things are literally changing by the hour. Okay, first up, some major news. The national eviction moratorium is set to expire in 2 days. However, first, I want to say that there's some states that have changed the rules for specific states, but also this might change. But first, a couple states have changed the rules on this. In California, as many as 1.6 million renters are behind on rent and could be evicted, but they cannot be evicted until October. Washington, D.C. have protections until August 26th. Hawaii until August 6th. Illinois until through August, and Maryland until August 15th. New York has extended it until September, and New Jersey until January of next year. However, the rest of the country is going to expire. The national eviction moratorium is going to expire on July 31st in 2 days. And a court just ruled that the eviction moratorium is not really lawful to be extended by presidential executive order. President Biden actually just spoke out today here a few hours ago, and he actually spoke out and called on Congress to extend the eviction ban, but he says he can't do it through a presidential executive order anymore because of this new court ruling, and he's calling on Congress to extend it. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says, given the recent spread of the Delta variant, including among those Americans both most likely to face eviction and lacking vaccinations, President Biden would have strongly supported a decision by the CDC to further extend this eviction moratorium to protect renters at this moment of heightened vulnerability. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court has made this clear that this option is no longer available. The Supreme Court last month left intact the CDC's moratorium on eviction by a 5-4 vote. So, yeah, this is why the Supreme Court justices, and they serve a lifetime They're on the Supreme Court justice for lifetime, and currently there's more Republicans than Democrats. That's why Supreme Court justices are so important because a lot of times they make rulings that affect millions of people, whether right or wrong, or whether you think right or wrong. That's left for you to decide. But a lot of times, Supreme Court justices make very, very important decisions for the good or the bad of the country. So it will be up to Congress whether or not they are going to extend the moratorium, but they will have to do it by the end of this month, which is literally in 2 days. Now, they could maybe extend it a few days late. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to get eviction proceedings through court on August 1st or anything like that, because there's going to be millions of these go through the court systems, and there's going to be a backlog literally across the country. So we'll have to see if anything like that happens. But they will have to do this with 10 Republican votes. They will not be able to pass this without a filibuster. I don't know if any Republicans will vote for this. So remember, this will have to vote with 60 votes in the Senate. So I don't know if Republicans would go for something like this, but we'll have to see if this happens. Okay, so that was first announcement by President Biden. Here's another announcement that actually could put a little bit of money in some people's pockets. A very interesting announcement by President Biden.
We're going to provide more incentives to encourage unvaccinated Americans to get vaccinated. That starts with paid leave to get the shot. We're still hearing that people are unable to get time off from their employer to get vaccinated. Well, this is unacceptable. For some time now, I've said you should be able to get the shot and still get paid. Thanks to the American Rescue Plan, the federal government is fully reimbursing any small or medium-sized business that provides workers with paid time off to get vaccinated. Employers, this costs you nothing. If you haven't given employees paid time off, do it now, please. Today, I'm announcing we're taking this a step further. The federal government will now reimburse those employers to give their staffs time off, not only to get themselves vaccinated, but also to get their family members vaccinated. That means employers can get reimbursed if they give parents time off with paid leave to take their kids or their own parents to get vaccinated. So I'm calling on all employees across the country to give paid time off to get the shot or to help a family member do so. I promise you, it will cost you, the employer, nothing. You'll be reimbursed. Secondly, I'm announcing that we'll continue to work with states to encourage unvaccinated people to get vaccinated. In February, the grocery store chain Kroger's offered $100 to their associates if they would get vaccinated. And it worked. Vaccination rates moved up from 50% to 75% among their employees.
Okay, so couple interesting things there. Number one is he said that employers can offer paid time off for people to go and get the shot, and that the federal government will reimburse the employer to pay the employee to give them time off. So basically, they can go get the shot, get time off. I don't know if that's a full day or half a day or however long off they get. So you get paid time off to go get the shot. And he's calling on states to offer a $100 vaccine incentive. So again, we'll have to see more details as this come out. So you're looking at a possible $100 vaccine incentive and possible paid time off, which I don't know, that could be an additional $50 or $100 off. So we're looking at literally the federal government offering cash for getting a vaccine. I don't know if any of this will be retroactive or anything like that. Again, this is just coming out today. You've seen it directly from the president's mouth, so you don't have to worry if this is fake news or anything like that. I like to show you this in black and white, directly from the people. If I can provide it from you, directly came from the president. Here it is in black and white as well. So yeah, that's why people come to my show, because you know that it's true. So President Biden is also calling on states to offer a $100 vaccine incentive in addition for paid time off. Very interesting information there. Let me know your thoughts on this. We'll have to see if there's anything retroactive here as well. If you've already gotten the shot, I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe there'll be some retroactive money here. $100 retroactive, give you an extra $100. You've already gotten the shot. That would be pretty awesome if you've already gotten the shot. Again, I'm not advocating for you to get the shot, not get the shot. It's none of my business. I'm just here to report the news, what's in the news, what's happening, what could be happening, what trends I see happening. Again, I kind of follow this stuff every single day. I'm here advocating for you guys for more stimulus. I feel like that we need help. Every dollar counts, and what they're saying, what they're talking about, what could be in these next packages. Which kind of leads me to what Democratic representatives are saying is going to happen in the future. And check this one out. This leads me to Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar. She's a Democratic representative from the House. She said earlier on, I don't know, maybe about a month ago, that she said that in this Congress, she was going to be announcing a bill for universal basic income, also known as UBI, also known as monthly checks. Kind of the same name as monthly stimulus checks, universal basic income. Um, I don't know if stimulus checks are the. I always get, whenever I say stimulus checks, I always get some people saying, child tax credits are not stimulus checks. They are stimulus checks. You never quite know the right criteria here. But let me show you what she's saying here. They're monthly checks from the government. Check this tweet out. She says, getting ready to introduce a major guaranteed income bill tomorrow. What are your thoughts on income guarantees? So what she means by this is she's going to be introducing a bill tomorrow in Congress. Coincidentally, we're getting ready to start working on the finalizing passing of Part 1, physical infrastructure package, and then Part 2, the next stimulus package, which could have some type of monthly stimulus checks, whether they're going to be adult tax credits. Remember, the child tax credits have monthly checks in there of $250 to $300 per month for a total of $3,000 to $3,600. They're saying that the child tax credits are a total of $3,000 to $3,600. They're saying there's going to be adult tax credits in there. Are those going to be a total of $3,000 to $3,600 for adults, paid monthly, $250 to $300 per month? She coincidentally is going to be introducing a major guaranteed income bill, aka UBI, Universal Basic Income, aka they pay you checks every single month for low income adults. She's going to be introducing a bill tomorrow. Now, I don't know if this is going to be introduced in this stimulus bill. I kind of had the thought that this was going to be after this stimulus bill because she's introducing this bill tomorrow. So I kind of had the initial thought that this was going to be in the next stimulus package. Remember that the Democrats are really going to be passing more packages until the next election. Remember, they have 2 full years where they have control of the Senate and the House until the next election, until November 2022. So until the next midterm election. So they get a whole nother round of reconciliation cards where they can pass bills in the Senate with only 50 votes. That's how they're going to be passing this next stimulus package, this $3.5 trillion stimulus package. They're passing that without any Republicans at all, okay? So this Part 2, the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, the American Families Plan, they're passing that without Republicans. So all the Republicans, Mitch McConnell and everybody in the Senate, they're all going to vote no. And the Democrats are going to pass that without them, okay? I still get people that are confused about that Mitch McConnell is going to block it and they're going to vote no. It doesn't matter, okay? The third stimulus check package, they all voted no. All the Republicans voted no, and all the Democrats voted yes, including Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. And the Democrats passed that with the $1,400 stimulus checks, the $1,400 stimulus checks for children and adult dependents, and the $3,000 to $3,600 child tax credit checks on top of the $1,400 stimulus checks, those in addition. And the Democrats passed it anyways with the reconciliation process. That's why these cards are so valuable. That process is so valuable because that means they can pass it without a single Republican vote. The Democrats are going to continue to pass packages like that until November of 2022. Okay. So this next package is not the last package. They're going to continue to pass packages pretty much through all of next year until the next midterm election. Okay. And part one is the physical infrastructure package. They're making deals with the Republicans. They're going to pass that unless it falls apart. Then they might have to stuff it in with part two. But that would kind of delay things. And that kind of brings me to where we are with the Republicans and that deal and what former President Donald Trump is trying uh, to kill that deal. Check this out. Former President Donald Trump blows a fuse over the GOP, which is another name for the Republicans, the Grand Old Party. It's a really old name for the Republican Party. So Trump blows a fuse over the Republican Party moving forward on the infrastructure deal. Listen, as much as I try to understand the Republicans and the Democrats, I try to understand both party because really I don't consider myself of either party. I don't even understand what Trump is doing here because if the Republicans just say no, the Democrats can just pass this package without them. They can literally just say, okay, well, we gave it the good old college try. We tried to pass it with them. We're just going to pass it without them. It's not like the Democrats are just going to wait a whole year to pass the infrastructure package. They would just literally just pass it without them and just combine it with part two, which they're going to pass without the Republicans anyways. Trump, what a headline, man. Trump blows a fuse over Republicans moving forward on the infrastructure deal. Check this out. Former President Trump lashed out at Senate Republicans on Thursday after the upper chamber, the Senate, voted to take up debate on the bipartisan infrastructure package. Basically, they voted yes on the first part, accusing Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and the Rhinos, the Republicans in name only, of surrendering to the Democrats. He says, under the weak leadership of Mitch McConnell, Senate Republicans continue to lose, Trump said in a statement. He says, quote, he lost Arizona, he lost Georgia, he ignored the election fraud, he doesn't fight. Now he's giving the Democrats everything they want and getting nothing in return. No deal is better than a bad deal. Fighting for America, not for special interest and radical Democrats, rhinos are ruining America right alongside communist Democrats. Wow. Wow. Man, what a statement, man. Let me know if you're a Republican. I mean, again, here's his statements black here in black and white. I know I'm in the corner here somewhere. I can't see myself in the corner when I film in this mode, but so you can see pretty much the statement pretty well right there. But wow, what a statement. But here's the problem. I understand what Trump is saying. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes as much as possible. It would be different if the Republicans controlled the Senate, right? And here's the thing, it's just physical infrastructure. We're talking about roads and bridges and broadband and sewers and lead pipes, things that Republicans have typically been for. I mean, if you look back at the history of the last like 10 years or so, these are things that Republicans have typically been for, right? But if the Republicans vote no, which they very well might do, I mean, remember, a lot of Republicans consider former President Trump the face of the Republican Party. He's probably going to be the next Republican candidate. I mean, he's probably got if I'm just guessing here, an 80% chance of being the next Republican presidential candidate. So, and a lot of Republican senators, they look at him as the next Republican presidential candidate. I mean, if you actually look at a lot of polls, a lot of Republicans think that he won the last presidential election. I'm not going to get into that because, I'll just make a lot of people upset on both sides, whether Republican or Democrat. So I'm not going to get into that. But he could literally kill this whole deal. But let's say he does. Let's say he tells all the Republicans not to vote for it, and enough of them say, okay, let's not vote for it. The Democrats are just going to take that deal and stuff it into the stimulus deal and pass it anyways. So what good does this do? I mean, if you're just thinking at this logically, like I'm just trying to think of this through right down the middle. What does it what does that achieve? Now, if I'm thinking of this through the middle, I'm thinking about this. Let's think of if I'm thinking about this through Mitch McConnell's eyes. They're actually trying to negotiate this from a Republican point of view, thinking, "Oh no, we as Republicans, we want this, 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 and this." And remember, they just turned down a deal like a few days ago. They voted no on it, so they're actually got a few concessions since then. They weakened the Democrats' point of view on the physical infrastructure, so they actually got a few more things in the negotiations. So they're getting the Democrats to give them concessions in the negotiations. So I don't understand Trump's point of view. I can understand the Senate Republicans' point of view that they're getting things through this negotiation. Remember, just a few days ago, they all voted no. So they've obviously gotten a few things in the negotiations since then, and now 17 of them voted yes. So they're negotiating and getting their way. Okay. So they're getting their way from the Democrats who don't need to negotiate with them. The Democrats could pass this without them. They could just combine these two packages and pass them through the reconciliation process. So if Trump kills this deal, the Democrats pass it anyways without him. So at least by the Republicans doing this, because again, they're the minority party, it's just the way things are right now, the Republicans are actually getting their way or as close to their way as possible by negotiating with them. Again, if you're a Republican or if you're not a Republican, let me know your thoughts on this because I think they're actually getting as close to their way as possible, where if they just vote no, they don't get anything. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you're a Republican, if that is not the closest to the best you could get out of this deal when it comes to physical infrastructure. Please let me know if you see anything differently. Because the Democrats will pass it anyways. I mean, literally, if they all vote no here and say, that's it, we're done, we walk away, guess what the Democrats do? They just go and they pass it literally 4 days later. They just bundle it into the next deal. They're going to do their negotiations on the stimulus package anyways, and they're just going to say, all right, cool. We just bundle it in the next deal anyways and say, the people voted us in as the leaders of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, so we're going to do what the people asked us to do. They voted us in. Remember, the Republicans controlled the House, the Senate, and the presidency literally back in 2017 and 2018, and they used the reconciliation card for 2 years as well, with most notably the 2017 Trump tax cut. So every few years, each party kind of gets their own crack at the bat when they get control of everything. So it's not like only the Democrats are the only party to do this. The Republicans just had this 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, like I said, things are literally changing by the hour. This deal could be done within a matter of hours, or it could fall apart within a matter of hours. So make sure you're subscribed. Remember, new videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Once they pass part one, then they're going to vote on and pass part two, which is the next stimulus package. We're going to find out what stimulus checks, child tax credit checks, adult tax credit checks, universal basic income, what is going to be in this next package, and then the packages after that. Because remember, the Democrats have a full 2 years, which is really about another year and a half or so. There are going to be more packages after this. So, yeah, there will be more stimulus packages after this. They have until November 2022 to continue to pass more packages after this, including possible universal basic income, which could be monthly checks for low-income adults. So I will keep you up to date with everything. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is how you can get up to $50 off your internet or cell phone bill from the third stimulus check package. And this video is how you can start your own business by selling products on Amazon FBA. I've had dozens of students that have replaced their 9 to 5 income, and I teach people how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.